of these four topics. It can be one of these four types. Okay, so the type of writing or the type of text is named as the text genre. Okay, Yajana?
Okay.
So first of all, again, what text genre is?
It's a text of writing a title,
The type of the text.
type of the text.
Yes, the type of the text as I wrote on the screen. And type of the text, as we know, may be either a fiction text or a non-fiction text. Okay, so we have two types of genres, two types of text. This text can be either fiction or even non-fiction. You know the difference?
No.
Okay, fiction text means it's not real text. So this text is not really happened. So it comes from imagination of the writer. Okay, so if Yajana,
Okay.
you wrote a story that's not really happened to you, so it is what? A fiction story. Why it's fiction story? Because it didn't already happened to you. Okay,
Okay.
great. You understand what I meant by fiction?
Yes.
Great. The non-fiction text, Jana, means this text is already exists or happen. So something can happen. So we name it as non-fiction. So we can name it as real. This point is clear?
Yes.
Okay. So if I asked you to describe your room, your bedroom, will this be a fiction text or a non-fiction?
It will be non-fiction.
Perfect, because it is
Real.
exactly. But if I asked you, imagine that you had a dream. The question is, imagine that you had a dream. This text will be fiction or non-fiction?
Will be fiction.
Exactly, because I asked you to talk or express yourself about something that didn't really happen. Clear?
Yeah.
Perfect. So now I hope we already understood what we mean by text genres. Okay, let's jump soon to what are the four types of writing or the four types of text. I may find what type of text in the textbook or even in the exam. In the exam, you may find a narration. This is one type here, narration. Narration means what? Means narrative. Okay, you know what narrative is?
No.
Narrative means a story writing. Narrative means what?
A
A story.
story of writing.
Yes, a story writing. Any story, any narration. Narration itself means somebody is telling events. Okay, if somebody
Okay.
is telling events, so it's narrative, it's narration. Like somebody is telling us about what happened to him yesterday while going to the restaurant, what happened yesterday at the school party, what happened in the city center, in the bus stop, in the garden. So whatever he's telling in the form of a story event, a situation, or an experience. So it is narration or narrative. Clear?
Clear.
Great. So narrative or narration means a storytelling format. A storytelling format. Let's read how a narrative is structured. Consists of what? Any narrative work or a story writing consists of what? It has some features. Okay, if I asked you to tell me about what happened in your graduation party, or in your birthday party. The events you will tell me will consist of some actions, right? A place in which the events will happen, a time in which the events will happen, the people who are involved in this action, your family members, your friends, your neighbors, and so on and so forth. So this is the main structure of any story: place, time of the story, people included in the story. Okay. There are some other features of narrative writing. Let's read it quickly. Read this yellow box.
A narrative is a story developed from an event or a series of events.
Yes.
Narratives usually involve a character in conflicts,
Conflict.
conflict, conflict.
Yes.
Details of character, setting, conflict, and plot are usually chosen and ordered in such a way as to develop a main theme or idea. The beginning of the story usually estabi-
Establishes.
establishes
Establishes.
establishes um, the characters, setting, and and mood.
Yes.
The, the middle of the narrative describes events in which the character deals with the main conflict and other minor conflicts.
Minor.
The end minor,
Minor.
minor, minor,
Yes.
minor conflicts.
Mhm.
The end of the end of the story tells how the conflict is re- resolved.
Yes. Resolved.
Resolved.
Okay. This is the summary of what I already explained to you. I'm sorry. What I explained to you is the summary of this. Um, I told you the story includes people. This is the characters. As he mentioned here, any story includes a conflict, like a problem in the story, something happened, and this thing that happened need to be resolved at the end of the story. And normally we know that a story consists of beginning, middle, and end. We don't care about this now because it's not a time to explain the story writing. The time will comes later. What I need you to know now, what narration means, how can I identify that this text is narrative? Okay. The second type of text is what? Persuasion. The second type is what?
Persuasion.
Yes. Persuasion means persuasive. What these two words mean? Persuasion or persuasive. It's from the word persuade. What persuade means?
I don't know.
Okay. We need to imagine the situation. You need to study. Your parents want you to study now. You need to use your mobile phone. So your parents don't agree. You need to persuade your parents to give you the phone. So persuade here can mean what?
Permission.
Permission, about or close to the meaning. When I persuade somebody, it means I used my logic. I used strong reasons to make others agree with me. Okay.
Okay.
So if you told me don't go to that place is dangerous. I asked you, if you want me to agree with you, persuade me. So persuade means give people strong reasons to agree with you. You got the meaning now?
Yes.
Okay. So persuasive, mainly this type of texts mainly depends on what? Depends on logic. You know what's logic, right?
Yes.
Yes, and strong reasons. Reasons, give me reasons why you do something. So, persuasive writing aims to, look what's written on the screen. Persuasive writing means or aims to move the reader to support a point of view or to act in support of an idea or a cause. Support means accept. So if I want you now to accept my point, it means I persuade you. Okay? A persuasive piece often begins with a statement of the author's position, then presents arguments and evidence. This is the point, that I should bring what? Evidence. Okay? Evidence.
It
What evidence mean?
means to prove something.
Yes, exactly. It's a proof. Okay? Persuasive writing usually combines logical and emotional appeals designed to win over a specific audience. Win over, this is the accurate meaning of persuade. To win over the audience means reader. Okay, like you are a reader, so you are audience. Combined of logical, this is what I meant by logic. Emotional appeals, that are the reasons that you should use to persuade somebody. I hope now you understand. How can you identify that this text is persuasive? Persuasive includes emotional appeals of emotions, can include reasons and logic, can include mostly opinions and suggestions. Clear?
Clear.
So now we have second type of genres or texts, which is persuasive text. Number three is description. It's easy.
Yes.
Description is easy. The type of writing of description is descriptive writing. And descriptive mainly, Jana, focus on one point, which is what? Drawing a picture. When I ask you to describe, it means I ask you to draw a picture to me. What picture is drawn? It's not a literal picture. It's not real picture, an imaginative picture in your mind. Like, close your eyes, go deeply in your imagination, imagine a garden and describe it. Everything is imaginary, nothing is real. Okay? So you will bring the description of the garden into reality. Using what? Using words of description. You will tell me the garden includes a gigantic trees, very tall grasses, birds are chirping, water are bright and glittering. So using these adjectives and descriptions, you brought the picture of a place into mind. This is the meaning of description. If I asked you to describe your room, you will use what? You will use adjectives, right?
Yes.
You will tell me it's great, it's bad, it's dark, it's calm and comfortable, and so on. This is the adjectives. And also you will use some adverbs with strong words. Also, we'll study this type of writing in details later. So now, what are the three text types we studied, Ijana? One,
Narrator.
perfect. Two,
Um.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Give me just a moment, Ijana. I will get back to you.
Okay.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, the third is description. And here is the last type of text, which is exposition. The fourth is what? Exposition.
Position.
Yes, of expository writing. Expository writing. Let's name it simply as informative. Okay?
Okay.
Informative of information and facts. So a text that presents information to me, presents facts to me, it's expository text or informative text. Imagine science book. Your science book will present what type of text to these four stories
Um,
or opinions and reasons, depends on logic, descriptions, or facts and information.
Facts and information.
Perfect. So the science book is expository text or expository book, informative. Okay,
Okay.
great. Now, here are the four types of text. I hope they are clear. Let's continue on the text genres using examples to identify what text type it is. We'll give you a minute. Read the first paragraph silently and tell me what type of text it is and why. Okay, Jana?
Okay.
Yes, Jana.
Um, I think it's per, precision. Precision. I think
Hmm, I think. Okay, I respect what you think, but what matters is to tell me why you think that.
because yeah, to make
Hmm,
to
okay,
let you agree with me like that.
he- here, okay, underline the reason he mentioned. We agreed that persuasive writing depends on reasons and suggestions, right?
Yes.
Okay, where it is here. Where is the reason?
Mm,
There is none. No reasons here. If you read here, you would find them telling you in October, which is a fact. Companies from Starbucks to McDonald's roll out their pumpkin flavored lattes and desserts. So he is giving me an information about what happened in October. Here, the first line as well mentioned many people associate the taste of pumpkins with fall. Fall, which is the autumn, okay? The autumn season
okay.
and the year. So from the first line, he gave me what? Facts. This is a fact. This is an information, okay? There is no reason.
Okay.
You can judge that this text is a persuasive one when you find somebody's reasons, somebody's opinions, okay? There is no
Okay.
opinion here. Here is how to make an easy pumpkin pie using only 5 ingredients. Here is telling you some instructions, some rules about how to make an easy pumpkin. Then, first, make sure you have all of the ingredients. So, is there any reason here? No reasons, right? You agree
Yes.
with me?
Yes.
Okay, let's see the second example. Look here what he said. Everyone knows that the best part about fall is all of the pumpkin flavored desserts. Wait يا جنى. Okay. The best part about fall is all of the pumpkin flavored desserts. Is this an opinion?
Yes.
Yes, this is an opinion. Next line. Pumpkin pie is the best fall treat because, is giving here what?
The reason.
Exactly. So this text consists of opinions, reasons, and suggestions. So this is what? This text is huh, persuasive.
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 Persuasive. Persuasive.
Persuasive.
Persuasive.
Yes, persuasive. Okay. While here, the one you mentioned that's persuasive earlier, it's not persuasive, but it is expository and informative because there is no reason, no suggestions, no recommendations, and finally, no opinions. I hope it's clear.
Okay.
Let's see this descriptive one. Read it, Jana.
The iPhone 6 is unacceptable.
Un,
Uh,
un,
but expect expectedly
yes, unexpectedly.
light,
Mm.
while the size of its screen is bigger than those of the iPhones that came before. It is thinner and its smooth, rounded body is made of aluminum,
Aluminium,
st-
yes.
stainless
Mhm.
steel, and glass. The casing
Finally,
comes. Um, I should uh, uh, I should guess what is the answer.
no. Continue reading. The two lines are the
Oh,
completing the previous paragraph.
comes in a
Whitish silver.
whitish silver,
Yes.
gold, or a color the company calls space gray. Um, the color of the lid of a pencil with darker gray accents
Yes, accents. Do you think this text is what?
is description.
Exactly, because it's describing what here?
The
The
the shape
iPhone.
of the iPhone.
Exactly. He used here multiple adjectives, right? With like the word light, bigger size, and thinner, smooth, rounded body, stainless steel, and so on. Space gray, whitish silver gold, and finally darker gray accent. So this is an example of a descriptive text. Okay,
Okay.
great. Let's read this example and identify if it's only giving me descriptions or there is something else. Read. Read
So you,
silently. Okay.
okay.
Then get back to me and tell me if it's a descriptive or not.
Okay, I have finished. It's description.
It's description.
Yes.
You get fooled here and tricked by the use of the adjectives. Imagine if the writer here is trying to make you accept or agree with him regarding to specific idea, or he's just giving you descriptions like here. If you read this example, Yajana, there is no opinions here. The writer is not trying to make you agree with him, but he's just telling you some facts with descriptions about the iPhone. While here in the second example, he said, so you just brought home a shiny new smartphone with a smooth glass screen the size of your palm. The first thing you will want to do when purchasing a new cell is buy a case. This is what he's suggesting, right?
Yes.
The first part from here till here is just giving you a possibility, a state, a case. He's telling you in case, in case you bought a smartphone, so you need to take care of something. What is the thing you need to take care of? Is to buy a case for it to protect it. So what he's trying to tell me, or what he's trying to do with me as a reader, he want to persuade me to buy a case. Okay, when I tell you,
Mm.
yeah, Jenna, when you buy a new phone, you need to buy a case and a screen glass protector. So this what I believe, this what I suggest and recommend you. So this is opinion, this is personal opinion, it's not a description. Description doesn't include opinions. Okay, cracking your screen is an awful feeling, and protection is inexpensive. So this also what he sees. Somebody think that protection is inexpensive when you compare it to the costs of a new phone. So also he is recommending what? To protect what?
The
The phone.
phones.
How I can protect my phone? He gave me two suggestions. One, the case. Two, the, where is protection? Here it is. And the protection. So here he used some suggestions and recommendations. It means it's persuasive. Okay,
Okay.
fine. Finally, let's see a short example of a narrative text. Narrative, we agreed it's a story-like narration. Here is what we can find in a story. I don't think that's a good idea, said Jalen. Another character said, you never used to be such a girl, retorted Oren, pushing open the door. Reluctantly, Jalen followed. This is a description or a story like?
This is a story.
Exactly. So it's a
Narrate.
narrative. Great. Now we finished explaining the four types of text. I hope they're clear.
Okay.
Great. Now it's time to apply the skill. In the file I sent to you, there are some four short paragraphs. Tell me what genre it's and what text type it is of the four we studied. Okay?
What text type it's
Yeah.
that we
Um,
took it?
yeah, from the four we did. Read the paragraph very carefully and accurately. And then tell me this one is narrative, descriptive, persuasive, expository, and so on. Okay?
Okay.
We'll give you 10 minutes. Send your answers in the chat box.
Okay.
Take your time. Jana, you will do the four, not only the first.
Okay.
Yeah. First one is correct, by the way. Excellent. Go ahead. Excellent, Jana. Good job. Next. Perfect, Jenna. Last one. Well done. Excellent, Jenna. Hey, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. You can take 3 minutes break and get back to me.
Okay, thanks.
You're back?
Yes.
Fine. Okay, second part. Writers use language, certainly, when they write a descriptive text, a narrative text, informative or persuasive. Surely, how they can do so? Using language. So we need to identify the difference here in language. If the language they use is literal or figurative, what is the difference between literal language and figurative language? Okay, literal, what does literal mean? Literal means exact. Okay, same
Okay.
as I say. It means what I say is exactly what I mean. So if I said I am angry, it means exactly I'm angry. I'm hungry, it means exactly I'm hungry. Okay? If I said the weather is perfect, it means exactly the weather is perfect. So this is what we mean by literal language. So we can name it as real language. Okay?
Okay.
Figurative language is unreal language. Unreal language. It means I say something, but I mean something different. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. This is the difference between literal language and figurative language. Let's read these parts. Read, Dijana.
Write, uh, Writers use words for different purposes and
Pur-
meanings,
purposes. Purposes.
purpose, purposes and meanings, especially poet,
Yes, poets.
poets. Literal language is used to mean exactly what is written. For example, it was raining a lot, so I rode the bus.
Yes, this is a real expression, right?
Yes.
It's raining, so I mean exactly that it was raining. And I rode the bus, I mean exactly that I rode the bus. Yes, read.
In this example of literal language, the writer means to explain exactly what is written, that he or she uh, chose to
Chose.
ride the bus, choose
Yes.
to ride the bus because the heavy rain.
Uh-huh. But the second type of language is what? Figurative language. Yes, read.
Figurative language is used to mean something other than what is written, something symbolic, uh,
Yes.
suggest,
Symbolic.
symbolic, suggested, or implied.
Uh-huh. For example,
For example, it was raining cats and dogs, so I rode the bus.
yes, this expression, cats and dogs, is it real?
No,
Exactly. What does this refer to? That,
imagining.
yeah, imaginary. So it means that there was heavy rain. Okay. So the expression cats and dogs is a symbol. Symbol means reference that it was raining very heavily. So this expression is unreal, it's imaginary, so it is figurative. You got the difference now between what literal language and figurative means?
Yes.
Okay, read this explanation of it was raining cats and dogs.
In this example of figurative language, there weren't exactly uh, cats and dogs falling from rain clouds.
Mhm.
Instead, the rain felt so heavy and large that it was almost as if small animals were falling from from the sky.
Yes, perfect. Here's a practice to do to identify if each phrase or expression is literal, so it's real, or figurative, so it's unreal. Okay. Number one, hmm, read. He said here, I'm so hungry, I could eat a horse. This is what?
Um, Figurative
Yes,
language.
perfect. Oh, let's explain this example as we did here. Here he said in this example, there was not actually cats and dogs falling from the clouds, but the rain felt so heavy and large that it's almost as if small animals were falling from the sky. The same we need to do here. Is he really able to eat a horse?
No.
So we need to explain this expression. So we can say it shows that he is completely hungry. Maybe we can say he is hungry to death. So he symbolized eating horse that may,
Mm,
sorry, he may eat too much. This is the meaning of this expression. Okay.
okay.
Next,
She is as fast as a cheetah.
uh-huh.
Um, figurative.
Perfect. It's figurative. Why? Because he is similarizing the girl to the cheetah, and it's not real. Why he used this expression to show what? To,
To show
yes,
that she is very
e-
fast.
exactly, to show how fast the girl was or is. Same as the cheetah. Three. Three here he says, the dog is a clown. It makes us laugh all the time.
Figurative.
Perfect. Also, what he compared here? He
That is dog. The dog is a clown.
yeah,
So
perfect. He compared the dog to what?
to a clown.
Uh-huh. To a كتب بقى to a clown. Okay. So he compared the dog to a clown to show what? To show how funny the dog is. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Now you understand how can I identify if the example is literal or figurative, and if it's figurative, what its effect, what does it refer to? Okay. The last one
Okay.
will do to you and will give you the task to do it on your own. He was late to dinner. This is figurative or literal?
Literal.
Great. Because he mean exactly what?
He's late to dinner.
Yes, that he is late. Perfect. In the file before your hand that I sent to you, answer the rest of this table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't need to explain, just write if it's literal or figurative. Okay.
Okay.
Mm,
I should write it now.
yes, 5 minutes is
Two.
enough.
Yes.
Okay, send it in chat box, or you can even write the answer in your notebook and say it orally. Okay, up to you.
Okay.
Jenna simply write L for literal, F for figurative.
Okay.
Here, Jenna 5 is difficult.
Uh, I don't know the fifth one.
Okay, the sky is full of dancing stars. Stars are dancing.
What?
Stars are dancing. They are dancers.
No.
So it's figurative.
Okay.
Next.
I can see the sixth one.
Hmm?
Okay. The field is calm and quiet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. No. Number 6.
How?
The field is calm and quiet. It's literal.
No. How come?
How come? I'm describing a place that it's quiet and calm. It's real situation. Can't I describe my room as quiet and calm?
Yes,
So it's real or unreal?
it's real.
Okay, this is the expression. The field, like a farm, is calm and quiet.
Okay.
Next. Seven and eight are clear. Yes, perfect. The darkness surrounded them with a cold embrace. Hmm. Can the dark or darkness. Embrace, already. Embrace means like to hug somebody with your arms around, like mom and sons.
No.
So it's what?
Figurative?
Yes, exactly. Here he said, the darkness surrounded them with a cold embrace. He considered that the darkness here is as if it's a person, it's a human. So it can embrace somebody. Okay?
Okay.
Finally, to understand what we read here, I mean to understand the language of the writers, because almost, especially in fiction writing, writers use unknown expressions, not clear, not explicit, but he used implied or implicit meanings. I mean by implied and implicit, unknown. So, how to understand the writer's language? How can I understand his words, his expressions? This comes only from the context clues. So, to understand what the writer means, what the writer aims to send as a message to the reader, I should look for what? Context clues. You know what we mean by context clues?
Mm, no.
Clue, it means like an evidence, like a proof, as you said earlier.
Okay.
Okay, so and context means text. So I need to look for some clues, some proofs, some helpful, let's make it as helpful ideas, helpful idea in the text that help me understand what he exactly means. Like, let's read this. When strong readers come to an unfamiliar word, they can use context clues to help them determine the meaning of the unknown word. Like if I said this example, he can't, or let's say, he can't see nothing straight forward. No light is right, and even no candles. What can I understand of this sentence? If I want to describe the place, I would describe it as
As dark?
exactly. So the place is very dark. Is darkness clearly explained in this text? No, right?
Yes.
Now, you mentioned that you mentioned that the atmosphere around is dark. How did you know? Based on what? The context clues. The context clues means there was helpful ideas here that help me to decide that it's dark. What are the clues here? Number one, hmm, see
Um,
nothing.
see?
So if I said somebody see nothing, it can be either he is
Dark.
blind, right? He
Yes.
has a problem with his eyes, so he can't see, or the place is dark. What can help me determine here if he is already blind or the place is dark? The context clues, the rest of the sentence. He said what here?
No light
No light, and
and
also
even no candle.
exactly, there is no candle. Why he needs a candle if there is light? So he needs the candles because the place is dark. Okay, this exactly what we mean, yeah, Jana, by context clues. So there are some key or helpful ideas in the text help me understand what is mentioned. First of all, we have IDEAAS, we have 6 clues or 6 different ways to help me identify or understand the meaning of the unknown words in a text. To help you memorize or remember them, the acronym of these words is IDEAS, ID, EA, and S. I, each letter refers to a specific technique. I is for inference, D stands for definition, A is for example, A is for antonym, C is for synonym. Okay, let's understand what each term means. Inference means what? Inference from the word infer, I-N-F-E-R, infer. Inference means the meaning is not given, so you must use the text clear, same as this example. There is no meaning or the no clear meaning that it's dark, but I used inference. It means guessing. So very simply, Jana, inference means guess. Inference means what? Again,
Is difference.
inference means guessing. Okay?
Okay.
Guess equals the meaning of the word infer. Let's read this example and see, try to guess the meaning of the word arrogant. Read.
Uh, don't want to work with Ricardo
Mhm.
un unless you want to hear him talk about himself. He's so
Arrogant.
arrogant.
Yes.
Arrogant.
What clues in this paragraph help me guess the meaning of the word arrogant?
Mm,
Now we don't know arrogant means what, okay? But I can
okay.
guess when he said, every time you work with Ricardo, you will hear him talk about himself. He is arrogant. So arrogant is the meaning of somebody is always talking about himself. So now I can guess the meaning of arrogant. Now I guessed already that he's somebody always talking about himself, has no respect to others, only respect himself. Okay? Hello?